Yo, what is up, YouTube? And I'm back in this bitch, man. I know it's been a little minute. Alright, you're probably like, bro, where's the gameplay? Where's the gameplay? Listen, I stream on Twitch almost every day. Well, school started out, so like probably not every day, but a lot. I stream on Twitch a lot. I just streamed today. Today is the 7th, because I don't know when this video is gonna drop. Today's August 7th, so if you want to see some gameplay, I got everything on there. This stream today, I did like free-for-all, ranked 1v1, did viewer 2s, ranked 2v2, viewer 1s, I already said free-for-all. I did something else, I did like friendly 2, I did a whole bunch this stream. So yeah, if you wanted to check that out, August 7th I think, or maybe the 6th, because I might have started it before midnight. But yeah, one of those days, and I have a whole bunch of content on there, gameplay. But don't worry, I was thinking about doing a grind to 100k coins, because I have like 75k right now, and that would be a way for me to show y'all gameplay. But I'm not gonna be playing like ones. I'm gonna be playing like free for all. I'm gonna play every mode possible in the game. So yeah. But anyway, the topic of this video: what should be nerfed in Brawlhalla? Alright, basically what should be nerfed, what should be buffed, what should be toned up or tuned down, whatever, right? And that's basically what this video is gonna be. So without further ado, let's get into it, because you know my tier list be long. Alright, so first we got Scythe. Scythe, a lot of people might say it goes overtuned. Some people think it needs to be nerfed. People who main Scythe think it's a little bit undertuned. I think Scythe is good. The reason I think Scythe is good is mainly because you have like an 80 damage dodge punish, right? Even though most of the time you're not getting the whole 80 damage, you're only getting like 60, but still, you know, you still have a really consistent dodge punish at lower damage. Now at a higher damage, it's way harder to convert combos, right? Which is why I always tell people, if you really want to play Scythe to the best of your ability and not troll, you should go high force Scythe, right? Like Fate, Mordex, Mirage, maybe with attack stance or something like that. But you need a high force Scythe so that it's not that hard for you to kill. Things like Sare or the hard sidelight or the D-light, all of those can kill earlier than they would on like maybe Giro or Volkov, right? But yeah, obviously the problem with this weapon is it doesn't kill, and sadly this weapon doesn't have a combo with the best secondary killing weapon, at least in the game, which is Hammer. It doesn't have a combo with it. So yeah, if you really want it like to switch to another weapon to kill, that's why Giro is so good, because you can just switch the sword if you can't kill with Scythe. But yeah, if you really wanted to, you would have to run like Giro, or maybe spam Artemis side sig. And Orb is okay, but Orb kills sort of late. So yeah, very good weapon. You can build damage really easily at lower damages, probably below 100 damage. But everything after that is just like a struggle, because you have to read whether or not people are going to jump, whether or not people are going to dodge, and whether or not they're going to fast. So you got to read all three of those things just to get a combo sometimes. And the kill combos that this weapon have are not true. They're unjumpable, but they kill sort of late. So like sidelight Sare, the soft sidelight into Sare, it kills really late. A lot of people try in-light recovery or sidelight recovery. Listen, those combos aren't even guaranteed. The people you playing might not know how to get out of them, but at a higher level, a lot of people do get out of them. I just watched a tournament the other day where like Ethan was fighting Sandstorm, and Sandstorm, someone who plays Scythe, knew how to get out of in-light recovery. You just can fast fall. He got out of it by fast falling. He got out of it by jumping. And Ethan wouldn't just do in-light Sare, because obviously that kills sort of late. But I mean, you know, that combo is not guaranteed. Now anyway, the next weapon I was going to talk about when I was thinking about doing this video in my head is Katars. Now, the main difference between Katars and Scythe, that's the reason why I did them together, is that Katars true combos are way easier to hit. Or Katars build damage way easier, right? That's the main thing. But the fact that Katars even have true combos, Scythe has some, but they're not the easiest to hit consistently. Sorry, airplane flying over me. Imagine it crash into the ground. That'd manifest that shit. But anyway, Katars, sidelight neutralite, right? Or sidelight D-light, whichever one. True combo. You can get dodge reads after it. It's like your combo starter, and it happens to be true. That's fine, you know. I think Scythe sidelight is fine for starting combos. You don't really need a true combo to start it. But the fact that this combo, if you hit your opponent, right, you make them waste their dodge, and you do sidelight, D-light, recovery, that is a true kill combo. I mean, not true, but it's guaranteed kill combo. While Scythe, you sort of have that, but it kills way later. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you play this weapon, Scythe, when you could play Katars? But yeah, other than that, let's talk a little bit more about Katars, not in comparison or anything, but like Katars, hard to kill with, sort of, you know? Sair kills early, that should be nerfed on Katars. Nair should be nerfed on Katars for sure. Just like they nerfed Spear Nair that one time, they should do that to Katar Nair. Just for a better overall quality of life experience for people who don't play Katars. And some of their combos are a little bit, like their reads are a little bit too beneficial. Like you get too much out of them. You know, you can get like a sidelight, D-light, someone dodges away. You can get dare, sidelight, D-light, dare. It's like an N-light again. Especially if you have 9 decks. They can't jump out of it. Like, you can get that combo again. It's like crazy. Not even just 9 actually. I think 7 is all you need. It's crazy. It's like a Suri or Lenfei, or I think maybe even what's the other Qatar character? Ember maybe? But yeah. It's just like guaranteed combos for no reason. So yeah, that weapon definitely needs to be nerfed. If the main things I would say nerf is Sair and Nair, and make the dodge reads not have as much damage as this weapon does, because Scythe doesn't have that. Anyway, guns, buff guns. The main thing I think they should buff with guns is N-light. N-light on guns needs to be buffed. Sidelight needs a true combo. I think Sidelight Nair, at least at a lower damage, should be true. What else? Maybe, I mean, I feel like the overall quality of life on guns is just bad. Like, it just feels bad playing guns. You know, unless you camp the corner of the stage, guns is not a fun weapon to play. So yeah, I think they should buff N-light, because in 1s that move is too long. Even in 2s, in my opinion, that move is just way too long. They should make it go down by like maybe even half a second. Like, think about 2s, right? Think of how easy sword N-light is to combo off of. But for some reason, it's like longer than whatchamacallit, it's longer than this N-light is longer than this one for no reason. Just makes it easier for you to get punished. I really think they should change that up and give Sidelight, like Sidelight Nair, a true combo, something like that. Yeah, not Sidelight Sair though, because then that would be a true kill combo and it'd be a little bit too good. But Sidelight Nair is fine. I think that could be true on guns, at least at low damage. Yeah, I mean, the one good thing about guns, I guess, is if you run at least 6 attack guns, D-light recovery sort of kills early. But you know, if they're not gonna do anything to guns, they should at least make recovery kill early, so the weapon doesn't take too long to kill. Anyway, let's talk about Greatsword. Greatsword is overtuned. I don't think Greatsword is broken. The main reason it's overtuned, and again, I'm just gonna compare weapons like string weapons to Scythe, because Scythe is like the main string weapon. And this weapon can kill way earlier than Scythe can with its dodge reads. Along with building damage with this weapon is not hard at all. Plus, you have like this aerial unjumpable combo, sometimes true, with like Dare into Nair. If you've never seen Sandstorm do that, then you probably never watch a good Greatsword gameplay. Literally every Greatsword player does that. And in my opinion, Greatsword recovery is still a little bit too good. Greatsword ground pound is like, it's like Spear ground pound, but better. It's almost like guaranteed. If you're low on options, it's like a guaranteed kill. It sucks, but it is. And then, of course, Greatsword Dare, in my opinion, is a little bit too good. But the main things that you should nerf with this weapon, it should kill later. D-light should be slower. It should take longer for D-light to come out, because that's the main move you're getting hit by. And some of the true combos they have maybe shouldn't be true, just because it give people an opportunity to dodge the bridge combo, instead of people having to like hope that they don't get dodge red for the finisher, whether or not their opponent throws out the finisher. You know what I mean? You already have like a 50, damn near 50-50 with this weapon, so you know, I feel like you should change that around a little bit. Axe, alright, Axe needs to be nerfed. Axe Dare is too unpunishable. Axe D-light is too unpunishable and has too much range. And I'm an Axe player, and I'm telling you this, Axe D-light and Axe Dare are a little bit too good. Now you could leave Dare alone, just change D-Light, right? Make that more punishable. Axe Inlight should be towards the direction that is thrown out, right? It's really hard to punish Axe Inlight if you're on the other side of it. Obviously, unless you're like Ariel. If you're just standing on the ground and they throw out a dash Inlight and you happen to dodge it, you really aren't going to get a punish. Unless you have a long range move in your weapon arsenal. And not one that takes too long to throw out, like you have to dash it, or like bow, they might be too close to you, so you might have to backdash. D-Light, that's gonna be too slow. Scythe is probably the perfect punish, Scythe, D-Light, and probably Greatsword too. But other than that, I mean, it's really hard to punish an Axe player for doing a move like that. Yeah, if I would say anything, maybe nerf Axe Inlight range by a little bit. That way you can outspace it easier. And nerf Axe D-Light's range and the recovery time. It should be more punishable. And if you wanted to really nerf this weapon to the ground, you can nerf Dare. And I would do the nerfs in that order. Well, actually, I would say D-Light first, then Inlight, then the Dare nerf. So that's the order I would probably do it. But yeah. Also, if you're watching this video just to figure out what to play, I mean, these two weapons are really, really good. A lot of people are playing Ragnar right now, even. A lot of pro players. They're doing like how they did with Sentinel, when Katars are really good. So, I mean, Katars are still good, but yeah. You should definitely try out Ragnar. Spear. Alright, I gotta be fair with Spear. I don't really like Spear, and I don't like when Spear is like a good weapon, because it's annoying for me. But honestly, the Spear isn't the best weapon right now. Mainly because Spear's sidelight is like, it's like punish me, please. Like deadass. It's like after you Spear sidelight, it's basically telling your opponent to punish you, bro. It's just crazy. Like, if you hit it, to be fair, if you hit it, it is like a big advantage, because you have like sidelight Nair, chase dodge Nair, which catches a lot of dodges, or even jump Nair, catches a lot of dodges. And once you basically got your opponent's reaction dodge, sidelight becomes free, but it could maybe give it a little bit less in lag. My only problem is that hopefully characters who have more than 6 decks won't be broken. Like Spear characters who have more than 6 decks won't be broken once that happens. Because if so, then people like Wushang and Bran are going to be crazy. And they're already pretty good, so Spear buff might make those characters even better. But yeah, I gotta tell the truth, this weapon is a little bit too undertuned. So the main things I would buff is probably give sidelight less recovery frames, and maybe, just maybe, you buff Spear recovery's force, since it has the true combo, make Spear kill earlier, and then it should pop back up in the meta. A lot of people are already using D-Light recovery, but yeah, they're using it on like Hattori. It's not gonna kill early on Hattori, but on a character like Mirage, maybe, you know, it's gonna kill earlier than a lot of other Spear characters, or even Nash. So yeah. Now Cannon, I think Cannon is perfectly fine. Some people really think this weapon sucks. Some people think this weapon is like down here. No, Cannon is a perfectly fine weapon. There really is no difference between Cannon and Scythe, except for Cannon is easier to 0 to death with. That's it. They both build damage pretty easily. They both have like an 80 damage whatchamacallit, punish, 80 damage dodge punish, right? The only thing that Cannon has that Scythe doesn't is they have a true kill combo that's consistent, like that doesn't drop basically. The only time you really drop a D-Light Nair is if you GC it, and then sometimes you're not supposed to jump when you Nair. But other than that, I mean, Cannon is a solid ass weapon. You can build damage with an 80 damage dodge punish, then you can throw out straight hits for the rest of the game like Scythe, except you also get a true kill combo that Scythe doesn't even get, which is why I moved this here. Scythe, so Cannon is a perfectly fine weapon. Nothing should be changed really in my opinion. Maybe make recovery do less damage so that I don't almost die to it in orange on the side of the stage just because someone read one dodge. But other than that, I mean, it's okay. I mean, like, bro, when they have that runaway though, when they have the sidelight Dare, sidelight Sayers type stuff, that can get a little bit repetitive. That might be overtuned, but I mean, it's fine since Cannon, I guess, is hard to approach with. It's not that hard, but it's sort of hard. So just leave it alone for now. We'll see what happens after you nerf these weapons up here. Sword. Now, I think Sword is overtuned. I think Sword is better than Greatsword too, but I think Sword is just overtuned. Sword and Light for a long ass time since this game has been a thing has been too good, but I doubt they'll ever nerf it. So if you're not gonna nerf Sword and Light, maybe make recovery kill later. I know that sounds weird. It already doesn't kill early, or it barely kills on time, really. But the fact that you can do D-Light, Dare, Jump, Recovery, and it kills at 140 is insane to me. I don't think that should be a thing, because it makes this weapon kill way earlier than it should. Along with the sword like kill sig combos that they have, if you catch a dodge, like Jala's kills at like 130 or 140, which is crazy. Boldivar's, if you face it off stage, will probably kill at 120. All you gotta do is hit one more move or something like that. What else? In like side sig on Thatch probably kills earlier than all of them. I don't know the exact number, but probably 120 or something on some maps. Yeah, I mean, very, very crazy option, kills really early. And well, I'm gonna say 140 isn't really early, but it's like earlier than sword should, in my opinion. Since it's so easy to build damage with sword, I think it should kill a little bit later. Its sidelight on sword is a little bit too free. Maybe nerf the hitbox so that it doesn't hit people in air as much. It should still hit in air, but not as much. Maybe it should only catch like the beginning of a jump, not like someone who's already jumped in air. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, we got hammer. In my opinion, hammer is a perfectly fine weapon. I think hammer could be here because of the fact that you don't really have dodge reads with hammer. But I mean, the off stage is good and the killing is really good. So if the worst thing about hammer is the build damage, then I think, you know, it's not the worst. You feel me? Because when you think about, like, if I compare hammer to spear, they both build damage. Well, spear probably builds damage better, but hammer kills better. Hammer is better off stage, and what else? Hammer has a bigger threat coverage, especially above it. Hammer has a way bigger threat coverage, so I think hammer is fine. Nothing needs to be buffed or nerfed with this weapon. Only thing they can maybe do is like give Enlight less force, so that Enlight sidelight is true on every character, and then that way, like at yellow, you can maybe try for some dodge reads. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the weapon's fine. Lance is undertuned. I had to be truthful. I know everyone hates Lance, but Lance is undertuned. It's not that undertuned like Spear, but to be fair, Lance doesn't have a true kill combo anymore. Now, I'm not saying you should give them a true kill combo, but if you were going to do that, here's how you would do it. You would make recovery kill later, and then give them back sidelight recovery. I think if you do that change, Lance becomes a perfectly fine weapon. There's no complaints I think any Lance player can make. Yes, you kill later than you wanted to, but if that really annoys you, go for a read after sidelight and try to get a sidelight there. And that weapon, and then it becomes a sort of like this weapon right here, where you need to like get a dodge to kill early, like with signatures and stuff. Even though you do have some true D-Light signature combos with sword, but they don't kill that early. Yeah, that's about it. Nair is fine, I think. Sidelight Nair though, that combo is good. But I mean, D-Light Stair is also good on Spear. I think this weapon should be just buff. Maybe give it a kill option. I've played not a lot, but I've played some Lance when I was running some Orgrim and ranked, and I think the weapon it's really just missing a kill option. It's like in between here. You know, you could put here, you could say this weapon is perfectly fine and I'd be okay with that, or you could say it needs a kill combo and I'll be okay with that too. Just make sure you nerf recovery's force before you do that. Bow is overtuned, but you think about how they just nerfed Bow Enlight, and that you can still, like, it's still an easily spammable option. It's like insane. Bow D-Light, Bow Enlight, and Bow Nair are too fast for no reason. Those moves need recovery frames. Bow Sarah does too, honestly. That move needs recovery frames too, especially when you do it off stage when you do it into the stage off stage. It's like too good, bro. Bow Dare has a little bit too much range, but I mean, that's fine. It's a bow, so I guess it needs a long range attack. Bow Recovery catches like over the edge way too close. I mean, way too far away. So maybe you could nerf the range on that, but it kills late, so I guess it's fine, maybe. But yeah, the main things I think need to be nerfed for this weapon is bow nair, in order, right? Bow nair needs to be nerfed for sure. That shit is way too fast. Bow inlight needs a little bit more recovery frames. You can spam it a little bit too much. And the next change would probably be a D-light nerf. D-light can use some recovery frames too. Other than that though, the weapon would probably be fine. Like I said, the recovery catches a little bit too far away from the edge. Like I can be chilling, waiting for you to come up with like a sight D-light, and I'm like an inch too close and bow recovery will hit me. It's crazy. And then obviously bow ground pound kills sort of early, but I think that's fine. It doesn't kill as early as like lance recovery. I mean lance ground pound, so I think we're chilling. Orb, very very good weapon, but you know I think orb is the best out of this category, but I don't think it's broken. Sidelight Seer kills too late for this weapon to be broken. Unless you're on Petra, this weapon is like, it's alright. You know, it's alright. You can get dodge reads with this weapon. The only thing that might be a little bit too good is how easy it is to kill in the sky with the orb. All you need to do is make them waste the dodge, and you just do a chase dodge recovery towards them and they'll die. Especially on Petra or Fate, they'll 100% die. Those characters have too much force. But I'm not going to judge it based off stats, but if you were, I mean, since there's only like, what, 4 or 5 orb characters, I could base it off stats, but I'm not going to. So as long as you have like 7 attack, this weapon is really, really good. But if you have less than that, then it becomes like bad and repetitive and hard to kill. So yeah, I'll put it in a good category though. It's alright. Gauntlets, I think gauntlets, out of these 3 weapons, I think gauntlets are the least need to be nerfed weapons. Because the only bad thing with gauntlets is the D-light nair, the grounded D-light nair stuff. But to be fair, I rarely get hit by that combo, and I play like against top 250 players all the time in rank 1s, and not many of them, first of all, not many of them even use gauntlets because they use these 2 weapons because they're way easier and give you more. And the only people who really use this combo are like the pro players I queue against. Or maybe hardcore gauntlet mains. That's it. No one else really used that combo. No one even uses the D-light recovery grounded, which is another kill option. See, like if you can't do the runway because you don't have enough stage, you can just do D-light recovery, but no one even uses that. Probably because the combo is hard, but I mean, the weapon itself is not the hardest. I think the only thing they should do with this weapon is get rid of the kill combo. I think it would be fine as a damage build up because after you do D-light nair dare, it's pretty easy to get away from him and not get dodge red after you get hit by that dare. And it will like make people want to do D-light sidelight more to try to get some reads off of it, if they even use D-light anymore. So yeah, I don't think that the actual damage build up, like the D-light nair dare, should be removed, but I don't think you should get D-light nair recovery. That shouldn't be a kill option. It's too good. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. As you can see, Katars should be nerfed for sure. Sarah on Katars is too good. Damage buildup is too good. Honestly, Katars are low-key hard to punish. And then, yeah, Katar Nair should be nerfed. So, in order, it should be Katar Sarah, Katar, the damage buildup. Like, give it less damage for dodge reads. And then, Nair should be nerfed. Then with Axe, Inlight, mainly D-Light though. D-Light should be nerfed. Inlight and then Dare. Those should be the nerfed moves. Gauntlets, the true kill combo should be nerfed, but that's good enough to put this weapon up here. Everything else on gauntlets is fine. Sword Inlight should really be nerfed, and maybe the sidelight, and then make it kill a little bit later for how like easy it is to bow damage. It should kill where bow kills, in my opinion, or orb. It kills earlier than those. Bow too fast. Nerf Nair for sure. Definitely nerf bow Nair too fast. Nerf Inlight and nerf D-Light. Great Sword, nerf D-Light for sure. Nerf what's the move? Oh yeah, nerf the bridges. Don't give any bridge true combos to this weapon. That shouldn't exist. And make it kill later. Also, Nair on this weapon is too good also, but I ain't gonna talk about it right now. All these weapons are fine. give Lance a true kill combo, but make it kill later. So maybe you give them Silite recovery, but make recovery and Sarah kill later. That's how you make this weapon up here, because it needs a kill combo, but it doesn't need them to kill. It doesn't need to kill early. It should kill where like orb kills, in my opinion. Spear Silite is too punishable. That's the main thing. And guns in light should be buffed, and it should be reworked, in my opinion. And then give it Silite Nair True, so that you have another option to go for. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it, and peace.